As many alliances, we will enter Cairo for the second round. Some of you are already in the city fighting, and from what I've seen, I'm not too excited for this upcoming conquest. I didn't hear any positive comments so far, so I investigated. Before expanding on what's wrong with Cairo, let's review Moscow and San Francisco. All the conquest cities have a point in common. You can only airlift in claimed land, and this is to slow down the pace. I understand the idea as Lilith wants to prevent an alliance from rushing toward their rival and deny them from expanding their territory. Then Lilith introduced the safe zone, and I'm not mad about them because it will give a safe space to recover and let you enjoy the rest of the event if you got unlucky on the matchup. In Moscow, you can reach all four corners of the map. If you spawn between two allies, you can at least reach your rival alliance or support your ally. That promotes fighting, and usually, Moscow is the best map for intense battle. The difference between Moscow and San Francisco is the safe zone. They will prevent you from moving across the map. If your rival right next to you doesn't want to engage and stay behind their safe zone, you will be stuck waiting for 2 weeks with very few action while your ally may be fighting two alliances at once. That happened during our last conquest in San Francisco. Worst case scenario, you can be stuck between two allies and be landlocked for 2 weeks. Of course, you could organize a friendly fight, but it's not the same thing since nothing is at stake. What I like about San Francisco is during bad weather, you have 24 hours to recover about 2,000 reserves. If you don't use that time wisely and lose 2,000 reserves instead, you are now at 4,000 reserves difference with your rival. Now let's talk about Cairo. I don't know who designed that map, but he must be either a woke or a member of the Liberal Party. The first issue is Lilith picked the alliance part of your coalition. I'd rather pick my ally, especially if I know how they fight. However, working with a new alliance could be the beginning of a new friendship. The real problem here is the moment you land in Cairo. You are confined to your safe zone for 3 days until the level 1 fort open. Then, you must wait for another 24 hours until you can reach your enemy. I picked this random map of Cairo, and this is the safe zone when you arrive, the first time you land, and you cannot leave this safe zone for the first 3 days. You are stuck there farming and collecting, even though you've been farming for more than 2 weeks. Now, as soon as this fort open, you can reach until this fort right there. That's it. So you see how big this map is? Well, it's an illusion because you can only use 25% of it. So once this fort open, you can reach their safe zone right there, and that's where the battle begins. So this military laboratory will become available for contest, and you can fight over this, right? Then the next phase will be to wait until this fort level 3 open, so you can explore this whole map, share with your ally from your coalition. It's only when the blockhouse open that the real battle will begin. Alright? I cannot wrap my head around this because it doesn't make any sense. We just came from a level 3 city, farming for weeks. We are bored, we are getting fat from farming, and we want to test our new and upgraded units. We are prepared and ready to fight. What is the reason to enter a conquest again? To fight! We want action. We want to be busy attacking and defending. We want to be put under pressure. The last thing we want is to farm. We can do that on our own time. We don't need Lilith to tell us when to farm.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Slowing us down and restricting our movement will not change the fate of our enemy. If we are stronger than our rival before we claim some buffs, things will only get worse for the enemy after we capture forts and blockhouse. I don't think that Lilith understands this.
Monday. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
If Lilith wants to balance the battlefield, they should offer a temporary buff to the weaker alliance midway into this conquest, so they have a chance to catch up and try to capture some assets. This will promote fighting because once an alliance is stuck inside their safe zone, the chance of getting out to be back in the fight is slim to none. War is a dirty business. You cannot dictate where to go and which alliance you must fight. This is the wrong way to do things. Every new conquest city is getting worse. I'm worried about the next city after Cairo. We don't have a choice. Everyone is getting dragged in Cairo for 39 days at least once. I want to be open-minded, but so far, what I've seen doesn't convince me. Adding bullshit like desert oil and hidden camp to purchase item doesn't make this even fun. Getting busy fighting does. Hopefully next round we can pick our city and we will most likely return in Moscow as it's the least restricting city. If you like Cairo, please chime in the comment section and explain me what you like about this map so we can talk about it. Until then, I wish you a great weekend and I'll catch you until the next video.